The word that comes to mind when I think of George is just delight. He's just pure delight in every way. And I think he feels very deeply, whether that's anger, sadness, joy. He just feels it all very intensely, and he is just always willing to share it.
He loves to have fun, loves to pretend, loves to make believe, loves to build things. It's very sweet to see the relationship between my daughter and my son. She's always looking after him, always making sure he's trying to do the right things. We did a genetic screen when my wife was pregnant with Bennett, our oldest, and she found out that she had a marker for the GJB2, the connexin 26 gene abnormality. And as part of the process, her OB had me do something just to see if I matched any of these. And lo and behold, we both carry this recessive gene. So that meant that we had a 1 in 4 chance of passing on the dominant copies to any of our kids. When George was born, he did not pass his hearing screening the first day and then didn't pass it again the second. We were able to get him into Seattle Children's really quickly for a screening.
I'll never forget being in that testing room in Children's. We had no concept of what that process was like, and so it was the 4-hour-long bear test, holding him, trying to nurse him to keep him to sleep. And I just remember so clearly looking up, and there are these binders that were now that your child has been diagnosed with hearing loss, here are your next steps. And the whole time I was like, are we going to leave with one of those or not? What? And we just had no idea how complex the whole process was, that it wasn't just a yes or a no.
Looking back, we feel very grateful that we knew about this genetic issue, because we were able to get him seen very quickly and into a program, got him fit for hearing aids very early on, got introduced to listen and talk very early on.
I mean, those first few months with birth to 3 were real therapy for my husband and I. We will just always be so grateful for our provider, Megan, who anything we needed, we felt like we had our person. And for George to ultimately be with other peers and to see that other kids wear hearing aids too, cochlear implants, that's just a part of it. And that's your superpower.
Birth to 3 program was incredible, but the preschool has just continued that development. We've really noticed such a sharp uptick in his vocabulary and his retention and his speech patterns and his clarity of speech.
To just see his vocabulary explosion is crazy. I mean, he talks he's like, well, I would prefer to have a water. I'm like, you'd prefer? Okay, I love that. And, just his ability to recall and follow directions. There's just been such an amazing progression that I feel like we know is because of all the support that we've gotten from listening to. The thing that I would say to somebody who is just starting this experience is probably something that was said to me actually at the Listen and Talk gala. It was so simple, but this woman just looked me in the eyes and was like, it's going to be okay. He will be okay. I still carry that with me, because now, there are moments where it feels overwhelming. You can kind of spiral with all these what ifs. You just kind of got to keep taking the steps for the things that are right there in front of you, and your child will continue to surprise you.